Hi guys! So a couple of weeks ago I made a Spanish potato tortilla and a bunch of you liked it, so I said that I would make some garlic soup one day. So that is also in Spain, it's known as sopa de ajo, which is garlic soup, and this is something that when we were hiking across Spain we were served a couple of times. And I don't know the full history of it, but I do know that it's a very simple soup. It's meant to be nutritious and delicious and economical, affordable, feed a lot of people. So what I've done here is I have taken a bulb of garlic and I got 9 or 10 cloves out of that, and I've sliced it relatively thin. Now you can see how that is. If you slice it too thin, it's going to burn on you. So today I'm going to be cooking this. I would normally do it in one pan in my soup pot, but I'm going to, because I want to be able to show you kind of what's going on in the pan here, I'm going to be frying a bunch of the garlic and getting stuff ready, and then once the soup broth is hot, I will add it in there and I'll show you what the next step is. So I'm putting my sliced garlic into my frying pan or soup pot, and I don't want this to go above medium. Now, some of you who can't have oil, I apologize, because this has quite a bit of oil. So what you want is you want about 1/4 cup of a really nice olive oil. So this olive oil I picked up at Costco here in Canada, and it happens to be a can of Spanish olive oil, and it's really tasty, fragrant, delicious. So what I'm doing is I don't want to scorch my garlic. I apologize for my camera settings here, I'm just using my iPad. But what I want to do is I want to make it tender. And once my garlic is relatively tender and fragrant and just soft, and we'll go on to the next step. So I don't know if any of you guys tried to make the Spanish tortilla, the potato tortilla, but we probably have that and this garlic soup maybe once a month. So it's something that originally I would have gone online and found a recipe, and now I just make it kind of the way we like it. So as I said, I've started off with sliced garlic, and that is now getting relatively tender. I know because my spatula is nice and soft there. So now I've got my 1/4 cup of olive oil. It's not too hot, not too scorching. This is 2 teaspoons of a really nice Spanish paprika. It's not a smoked paprika, but it is a Spanish paprika. You certainly can use smoked paprika. It's going to be to your taste. It's always to your taste. And now the smell in here is absolutely amazing. So this is the Spanish paprika, and I've got the sliced garlic is pretty much tender. Hi JT! Hope you're looking forward to your next Camino already. Hi Derek. So Spanish sopa de ajo. JT, you probably know the better pronunciation of that. I hope I'm doing it okay. So I've got my 1/4 cup of good olive oil. I've got my good paprika in there, and my garlic is tender. Now I've taken about 1 big slice or 2 small slices of a really nice bread, Spanish bread, Portuguese bread. Oh, it's just so good, just so good. This is some of my sourdough that I had left. So what I'm doing now is I've got that in here. It's a little bit stale, so it's nice and absorbent. And I'm letting that soak up the olive oil and the seasoning. Now I really haven't added much salt to this. Salt is going to be to your taste. And now that I've got things cooked, so you can see that I've got the garlic, I've got the bread in there, I've got the olive oil and the Spanish paprika. Now because I I didn't think that I would be able to video inside my proper soup pan. What I've got here is I've got 6 cups of a vegetable stock. You can use chicken stock. You can use plain water. I've had it in Spain with just plain water. But what I'm doing is, because I wanted to hurry this video along, I'm trying to heat it up to almost boiling, but not quite. And now with my garlic and my bread, all my delicious seasoning in there, so that's going in to the soup stock. And I would probably let this simmer, not quite to boiling, but I'd probably let it simmer for about 20 minutes. I want the flavors to come out of the garlic. And then I want to get it to a temperature, like I said, just short of boiling. And this is the next ingredient, last ingredient going in. So I have 2 eggs that I'm going to beat up. If you can think of like an egg drop soup, possibly might be the only close comparison. So I'll pick this up. This broth is quite warm. I don't know if you can see it there. I've got it at a boil. I'm going to turn that down. It's a little hot for what I like, but again, like I said, I'm trying to speed this along, guys, so it doesn't drag on. Now I've got my beaten egg, and my soup is nice and hot, and what I want to do is I want to get it spinning, and then here goes the egg, and you want to drizzle that in, and the heat of the soup is going to cook your egg. So with this recipe, you're getting the flavor of the garlic, you're getting the substance of the bread, you're getting the protein from the egg. The bread will break down a little bit, and it helps to thicken the soup. And my soup is done. Again, like I said, this is the speedy version of it. Let me grab a ladle. So what we have now is we have Spanish sopa de ajo. So this is garlic soup with some bread. And even though there's bread in it, there it is. Even though there's bread in it, I'm going to serve it with a nice crusty bread. So there's the, there's the soup. So some people have said, oh my God, that's an awful lot of olive oil in there. Well, the Spanish really enjoy the olive oil and the paprika. And I heard jokingly over in Spain that if you don't dip your bread into that olive oil and paprika and the garlic, that is actually a crime. But of course we know it's not. But that's how seriously they take their garlic soup over there. So this is Spanish garlic soup. See if I can turn this around a little bit. There we go. So you can see that there's the egg, it's fully cooked. The olive oil and the paprika is floating on top. And this, after a long day's walk in Spain, this is absolutely a wonderful, wonderful meal. So guys, I hope that came through okay, and that you are inspired to make some Spanish garlic soup. And hope everybody is keeping well during this COVID shutdown. I know things are opening up. Our particular area here in southwestern Ontario, we're just outside a city called Windsor, and we are still locked down. They don't want us leaving the area. This community has quite a few migrant farm workers who have come into the area, and unfortunately I don't believe that their situation was the best. Quite a few of them have got COVID. I feel really bad for that, and I don't know what could have been done to prevent it, but for that reason, one of the reasons they've got a shutdown still. We also have because we're a border community with Detroit, Michigan, we have a lot of nurses that cross the border daily. Like 1,500 nurses cross the border daily, I believe. And so they have our border closed so that we're safe. And like everywhere, the nursing homes, we have to be careful with our seniors. We've had some nursing homes that have had things go through. So again, I hope that your community is opening up and that everybody is safe. And once more, the Spanish garlic soup. So that with a little bit of salad on the side and a nice crusty baguette. And of course, a glass of red wine. Yum. So, best wishes to everybody. Buen camino. And have a good day. Bye-bye.